Hi, I'm Karina Smirnoff, and you're watching A Braveheart View.
I'm Tava Smiley, and you are watching A Braveheart View.
I'm Rolanda Watts, and you're watching A Braveheart View.
Hello, I'm Ellie Drake, and you're watching A Braveheart View.
Hello, I'm Ellie Drake, and welcome to A Braveheart View, conscious television on the internet. Today's topic: if a picture is worth 1,000 words, what about online video? Joining me as your hosts are three remarkable Braveheart women. You remember her from her own successful syndicated talk show called Rolanda. Here's Rolanda Watts. You know our next host from her years of acting on General Hospital and also as a host on Clean Sweep for the Learning Channel. Here's Tava Smiley. And finally, a world champion ballroom dancer. We know her from Dancing with the Stars, Karina Smirnoff. Our guest today is known as the video marketing queen. She has had nearly 500,000 views on YouTube and coaches clients to follow her footsteps using video marketing and social media to expand their influence in their particular niche. We're excited to welcome Maria Andros.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
I love your website. I'm so into what you're talking about. I think all of us are. How can we just take this internet thing with video to the next level? And I was watching your website, and it's exciting what you can do. I mean, where do you begin with all of this?
Okay, well, you really want to leverage where technology is going right now, and anyone can start. Anyone can start with a little flip cam or any kind of camera, and all it is just making the choice to share your message with the world and becoming visible. And a lot of people have a fear of making videos, but there's so much amazing potential with it. So, you know, I love what you do, but again, you can start off with a simple camera and just start sharing your story.
It's so crazy. I will be on TV like that, but in front of a little flip camera talking about something, I am scared to death to do it.
Really?
Okay, yes, it's the craziest thing.
Because you don't know what
Well, what do you say? What do you talk about?
What do you video?
Well, I started off by just sharing my story. So by sharing, sharing your story, what happens is you leverage the law of attraction because like attracts likes. You can talk about your life, and people want to connect on a very personal level. So that's why video converts so well, because communication, you've heard this term, 90% is nonverbal. So right now it's body language. We're talking, we're getting to feel our energy together, and so it's very, very powerful. But anyone can just start by getting a simple camera. It doesn't have to be the fancy production. I started off very simple, and that's how I got to the 500, 500,000 views. I just decided that I wanted to inspire people, and I wanted to be passionate about helping other people have a great life. And if you can do that with whatever niche or business you're in, people will respond to you.
But you just said it was, it was great. You said I started with a passion, right?
Yes.
You didn't just say I want to get famous, and let me get on YouTube and get 500, because that's probably not going to work.
No.
In most cases, unless you do something
I definitely
crazy.
think so, yeah.
Unless you take your clothes off,
But you really have
That works.
That will work.
But it's not the
So
kind
you
of
really
response.
have to have that as the first ingredient is what is my passion, what is my purpose?
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, what is your passion? And everyone has a message. Everyone has something to share.
Yeah.
We're born with a gift. And so by discovering that and just by using video, you can literally change your entire life by, using it.
So tell me again why you're afraid of the flip camera.
I have no idea. The biggest thing about the whole cyber world, whether it's Twitter or it's your status on Facebook, it's like, why do they care that I'm going to the dentist to have a root canal? But people will, I'll put that up on my status just to see what happens, and people will say, well, I hope you get better, and I had one too. And then I see that, it's just the stuff that we do in the town square. I say, hey, how you doing? What you doing today? I'm going to have lunch with my friend. We are interested in things like that.
Yeah.
Well, it's connecting. It's what she was just. It was what you were saying, Maria. That I think we all want to connect on a very human level.
Yeah.
And they are connecting with you because everybody's either had a root canal or knows somebody who has,
Right.
and they know it's terrible, so they can connect.
Or
to
they
that.
support each other on exercise programs, diet programs, how to raise kids. I mean, there are, most of what we talk about every day is pretty much simple stuff,
But how do you capitalize on that? So finally, you
Yeah.
got the
Good,
video on the
good
internet.
question.
You have 1 million viewers that hit your website. How do you actually make money off of that?
Okay.
Charge them?
Well,
I just thought about it. Why not?
That's $1.
what it is by actually sharing your story and not selling. People are selling usually. They're used to being sold to. So if you go in and marketing is not this big science. It's emotion. It's psychology. People want to connect. They want to be flies on the wall. Like they want to see what you're doing, Rolanda, because it's like they want to be a fly on the wall in your life, and they feel that they're a part of you, like they're part of your life. So if you can start making the videos on YouTube, for example, and driving them to your website, that's the store. So you're not selling on the videos, but once you get them to the website, that's when you build the relationship, and that's when you can put up, you know, an offer. Like if you have something to sell or a product or service or something like that.
So the videos are
reel 'em
traffic.
in.
It's attraction-based marketing.
Yeah.
It's like the fly paper for the fly on the wall. Right? Hey,
Yeah.
you can use that if you want.
So I mean, you know, in this economy, people, you know, complain, but really, we were talking about with Jay Abraham before, and he says, you know, you could think out of the box, and you're saying exactly that. No matter what your business is, no matter what your product and service is, if you want to get your message out there, use video.
Yes. I feel that right now, this recession talk, my mindset is I don't have that mindset. So you can be recession proof if you leverage technology right now and just, like I said, have the courage to share your message, start marketing with video, because again, it's converting so much higher. And people really, you build a loyal following and a list. And then converting those prospects into customers. You know, we had a launch where we did $250,000 in 48 hours. 2 years ago, I had never, you know, I was working for a job that I hated for $55,000 a year. So anything is possible by thinking outside the box, like Jay said.
Sorry, what are you selling?
It's a coaching program, but you could, for example, start making videos and start maybe creating a membership site, or for your dancing. There can be, the sky's the
Teach me
limit.
how you did that waltz, girl. That's what you can do.
Yeah, you do the Karina Smirnoff dance videos, and boom, people go to your website, and it's a thing that you do, and suddenly, bam.
Well, that's where I have a question, another question. So does the whole being the first one in the field wears off? Because I mean, there are websites that actually sell dancing, and there are websites that sell, you know, dancing products.
So can you be oversaturated? Is that what you're
Exactly.
saying?
But are you saying that it's the human connection to you personally that drives them to your website?
So you have to have the name first.
No,
not
you just
necessarily,
have to connect. Your competition or the other competitors in your market aren't doing this. They're not sharing their story. They're just doing professional shoots. So if you were to come in and start really just being authentic and sharing your life and letting them behind the scenes, sharing some content, giving them value, that's when people connect and they really want to join you, because if you can offer value to someone, they'll remember you for that. So you can develop your own category. You can be the expert in your field no matter what the competition.
So basically what happens is that if you, let's say I've already gotten my videos up there and I really want to capitalize, I really want to bring more eyeballs in. Okay. So what do you do? I mean, what are the ways that you can really bring people to your site?
Well, this is the cool thing. Right now, Google bought out YouTube for $1.6 billion in November of 2007. There's different advantages to video. You can actually own real estate on Google, which is like owning a home. You can own real estate on Google for free. So your website can be positioned in front of millions of other competing websites on the front pages with video, because they favor, Google bought out YouTube, so they love to use video on the search engines. So if you have the dancing, for example, you can literally position some of your videos on the front pages with keywords.
So when they punch in dancing or they punch
Whatever
in
they're
Karina,
looking for.
they come and find.
Yes.
When you said that they have you can own real estate on the internet, you don't actually mean a building.
No, it's owning keywords. So when someone is typing in how to dance a tango,
So what would it be
and
called?
your
Real
video
estate?
pops
It's
up.
like internet real estate. It's like, you know, Google
How to
real
dance a
estate.
tango.
Yeah,
So your
exactly.
buzzwords are
This
tango,
is so
dance.
bad. I just learned English. Now they're coming up with a whole new technology.
I know how you feel. I know.
Well, I tell you what's interesting, having been in television for so many decades, and then this new cyber thing comes up. You can start a talk show without having to go to NBC and ABC
There you
and all
go.
of
Isn't that
those.
great?
Everybody can do it.
Absolutely.
And it's also a way for those of us who are on TV to show another side of us. So I think that's a good
Well,
thing.
special thanks to you. I mean, this is great. We really want to learn a lot more. So tell us how we can get more information.
To get more information about Maria Andros, log into braveheartview.com and then click on resources.
And core Inner Circle members, you can also access Maria's exclusive video titled How to Create Videos That Drive Traffic to Your Website in your core member section.
And finally, we want to get your Braveheart view. So to join in on our discussion forum after the show or to watch more episodes, please go to braveheartviews.com.
On behalf of our guest, Maria Andros, and our panel, Rolanda, Tava, Karina, and myself, Ellie, thank you for connecting. And peace in to the heart. Into the heart.